you'll never guess what. I found a dog that was found as a stray wandering the streets of Kansas, Emporia, Kansas, and he's the exact combination of breeds that Buck is.
I read somewhere that this type of dog is no longer around. Is that true? Or I mean, what kind of dog, and how did you determine the look?
Oh, interesting. So every dog in the film has a real live-action counterpart. The reason we did that was that two reasons. It shortcut the building process for the dogs, but it also gave them believability. Mm-hmm. Building a dog from scratch to be photoreal, you're never going to get it quite right. There's going to be something about it that may make you uncomfortable. So every dog has a real-life counterpart. Buck, the lead dog, he was the only one that we didn't have because Jack London very clearly described him as a mix of two breeds, Saint Bernard and a farm shepherd. We didn't have one of those. And early on we thought, well, what about a Bernese Mountain Dog? They're very dramatic, they're very beautiful, they're certainly very robust and stuff. And so that's how we began. But even though we started with a Bernese Mountain Dog as a model, we still wanted to build him from scratch. I wanted to build him from scratch because I wanted him to have certain traits. Mm-hmm. That wasn't working out. It was October, and we had a Bernese Mountain Dog on set as color reference. And anything that you see, in fact, if you look very carefully in Thornton's cabin, on the back wall is a drawing of a Bernese Mountain Dog, mm-hmm. because that was the intent, was that he was sketching Buck. Mm-hmm. But because those dogs are so predominantly black, I began to get really concerned about how many shots we have at night and how well that dog would read. Then my wife, in October, was looking through Pet Finder, and she said, you'll never guess what. I found a dog that was found as a stray wandering the streets of Kansas, Emporia, Kansas, and he's the exact combination of breeds that Buck is. And the weird thing was, he was listed on their website under the name Buckley. So she said, I'm going to go. And she drove 2 days to Emporia, Kansas. She met Buckley. She bought him for $25, and because he was on special, because nobody was buying him. Aww. She drove back to set with Buckley, and she walked onto set with him, and immediately, I think everybody just said, let's make that be the dog. My wife's name is Jessica Steele Sanders, by the way, if you want to put that in there. And she said, everybody said, let's make that the dog. So we took Buckley to Gentle Giant, and we scanned him, and he's the lead. He lives with me. He's our dog.
Oh, it's such a great story.
Yeah, he's Buck. We just kept Buck. So he's Buck. Yeah.